On this day, we are blessed with the presence of family and friends who have cared so deeply over the course of our lives. We remember those who cannot be with us today and hope they are proud of what we have become. We are grateful for the guidance provided over these past years. Today, we begin a new phase of our lives, full of both possibility and perils. We ask you to join us in this day of recognition and celebration in the hope that our actions will prove worthy of the confidence placed in us. For these things, in the intentions we hold silently in our hearts, we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask us now that we all together observe a moment of silence, a moment to honor all those we have lost during this pandemic, and in solidarity with all those who may be facing challenges during this difficult time. Thank you. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 University of Nebraska Medical Center Winter Commencement Ceremony. I'm Dr. Jeff Gold, and I have the great honor of serving as the Chancellor of the Med Center. It is really good, once again, to look out and see all of you here in person. This is truly a wonderful day, a triumphant day. A day of triumph for the future of the health sciences, for the limitless professional dedication, and for the tenacity of our researchers and professional colleagues. Today is also a day of celebration where we celebrate the achievements and the perseverance of our graduates, all of whom we honor today. In fact, almost all had to work under unusual and highly trying circumstances to get to this date. We also recognize the contributions and sacrifices and the support and love of parents, partners, children, relatives, friends, and the countless mentors who helped our graduates to reach this milestone. Thank you. Thank you for joining us on this day of celebration. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the members of the Platform Party who are with us today. First, Mr. Taylor Cradaville, the UNMC Student Regent. Dr. H. Deli Davies, I ask you to please stand as I call your name, Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Dean for Graduate Studies. Next would be Dr. Julianne Sebastian, Dean of the College of Nursing. Dr. Kyle Meyer, Dean of the College of Allied Health Professions. And Dean Ali Khan, Dean of the College of Public Health. Thank you. Thank you for your service to UNMC and for celebrating with us today. We welcome you and all of the distinguished guests in our audience. Let's thank them for all that they do to make today possible. Thank you. Please be seated. It is now my privilege to present the degree candidates. Dean Sebastian will present the candidates for the degrees and the certificate Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Master of Science in Nursing, Postgraduate Certificate in Nursing, and Doctor of Nursing Practice. Dean Sebastian.
Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing please stand and remain standing until the degree is conferred? Chancellor Gold, these candidates have qualified for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing. They have been certified by the faculty of the College of Nursing, and it is an honor to present them to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing, along with the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and please be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Science in Nursing please stand and remain standing until the degree is conferred? Chancellor Gold, these candidates have qualified for the degree Master of Science in Nursing. They have been certified by the faculty of the College of Nursing, and it is an honor to present them to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Nursing, along with all of the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the Postgraduate Certificate in Nursing please stand and remain standing until the certificate is conferred? Chancellor Gold, these candidates have qualified for the Postgraduate Certificate in Nursing. They have been certified by the faculty of the College of Nursing, and it is an honor to present them to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the Postgraduate Certificate in Nursing, along with all of the rights, responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this certificate. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Nursing Practice please stand and remain standing until the degree is conferred? Chancellor Gold, these candidates have qualified for the degree Doctor of Nursing Practice. They have been certified by the faculty of the College of Nursing, and it is an honor to present them to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Nursing Practice, along with all of the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and you may be seated. Dean Kyle Meyer will now present the candidates for the certificate, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate, Health Professions Teaching and Technology, and the degrees Master of Health Professions Teaching and Technology, Master of Medical Nutrition, and Master of Physician Assistant Studies. Dean Meyer.
Thank you, Chancellor. Will the candidate for the certificate Post-Baccalaureate in Health Professions Teaching and Technology please stand and remain standing until the certificate is conferred? Chancellor Gold, this candidate has qualified for the certificate Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Health Professions Teaching and Technology and has been certified by the faculty of the College of Allied Health Professions. It is my honor to present him to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the certificate Post-Baccalaureate Certificate, Health Professions Teaching and Technology, along with the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Will the candidate for the degree Master of Health Professions Teaching and Technology please stand and remain standing until the degree is conferred? Chancellor Gold, during a special ceremony earlier today, this candidate was vested with her master's hood. She has qualified for the degree Master of Health Professions Teaching and Technology and has been certified by the faculty of the College of Allied Health Professions. It is an honor to present her to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Health Professions Teaching and Technology, along with the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Medical Nutrition please stand and remain standing until the degree is conferred? Chancellor Gold, during a special ceremony earlier today, these candidates were vested with their master's hoods. They have qualified for the degree Master of Medical Nutrition and have been certified by the faculty of the College of Allied Health Professions. It is my honor to present them to you.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Medical Nutrition, along with all of the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Physician Assistant Studies please stand and remain standing until the degree is conferred? Chancellor Gold, during a special ceremony earlier today, these men and women were vested with their master's hoods and took the Physician Assistant Professional Oath. These candidates have qualified for the degree Master of Physician Assistant Studies and have been certified by the faculty of the College of Allied Health Professions. It is an honor to present them to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Physician Assistant Studies, along with all of the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and you may be seated. Dean Kahn will now present the candidates for the certificate, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Public Health, and the degree Master of Public Health.
Thank you, Chancellor Gold. Will the candidates for the certificate, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Public Health, please stand and remain standing until the certificate is conferred? Perfect. Chancellor Gold, these candidates have qualified for the certificate, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Public Health, and have been certified by the faculty of the College of Public Health. It is a pleasure to present them to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the certificate, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Public Health, along with all of the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this certificate. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Public Health please stand and remain standing until the degree is conferred? Chancellor Gold, during a special ceremony yesterday, these candidates were vested with their master's hoods. They have qualified for the degree Master of Public Health and have been certified by the faculty of the College of Public Health. It is an honor to present them to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Public Health, along with all of the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and you may be seated. Senior Vice Chancellor Davies will now present the candidates for the degrees Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Science please stand and remain standing until the degree is conferred? Chancellor Gold, during a special ceremony yesterday, these students were vested with their master's hood and took the graduate student oath. These candidates have qualified for the degree Master of Science and have been certified by the faculty of the Graduate College. It is an honor to present them to you.
Thank you. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Science, along with all of the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy please stand and remain standing until the degree is conferred? Chancellor Gold, during a special ceremony yesterday, these men and women were vested with their doctorate hoods and took the graduate student oath. These candidates have been qualified for the degree Doctor of Philosophy and have been certified by the faculty of the Graduate College. It is an honor to present them to you.
Thank you, Dr. Davies. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy, along with all of the rights, the responsibilities, and the privileges associated with this degree. Congratulations, and you may be seated. Thank you. It is now time for the presentation of the diplomas. Dr. Sebastian will present the certificates and diplomas to the recipients of the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Master of Science in Nursing, Postgraduate Certificate in Nursing, and Doctor of Nursing Practice. She will be assisted by Dr. Catherine Bravo, Director of the College of Nursing Academic Programs, and Dr. Lynette Stamler, Associate Dean of the College of Nursing.
Will the recipients of the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing please come forward under the direction of the Marshal? Amissa Agabangda. Carla Marie Anderson. Michaela Ray Allner. Nicholas L. Bailey. Kyla Bellaberda. Clement Belem Kabaga. Kathy Sandra Polly Bimpolo Madzuka. Emily Elizabeth Bykirk. Rachel Ann Clemens. Carly Marie Kroll. Keith Randall Everett. Dawn E. Fortune. Emma Noel Gallagher. Tessa Ann Giandinoto. Nicole Renee Gibbons. Kylie Elizabeth Goodrich. Emma Greenfell. Adjovi Dijonay Genie. Brittany Joe Hamilton. Bernadette Joan Marie Harnish with distinction. Molly Manishki Hartman with distinction. Jessica Danielle Helm. Amelia Margaret Henley. Brooklyn Christine Hausch. Sydney J. Howell with highest distinction. Sydney Jean Hupp. Lauren M. James. Corey James Johnson. Lindsay Taylor Keller. Sarah Helen Kellogg with highest distinction. Mary O'Neill Kiskoen. Lucas Laverne Kozacek. Lynn Ellen Lamott. Helen Therese La Rochelle with highest distinction. Sister Faustina. Kayla Marie Lotman. Ryan Thomas Lunds with highest distinction. Eric Mason. Dominic Xavier Martinez with distinction. Akuvi E. Mensa. Emily Grace Moore. Jane Jareen Matika. Adeline T. Nitshafa. Tala Nimi. Haley Renee Newburn with highest distinction. Briasha Kalis Nodelman. Therese Kathleen O'Malley. Jennifer Lynn Pallas with highest distinction. Jessica Panagua Vasquez. Haley Parisi. Fallon Brianna Pete. Kara Nicole Petersdorf. Matthew Ving Pham. Oliver Ramirez Gutierrez. Caleb Clark Rice. Spencer Roach. Nicholas Mark Robinson. Wendy Melina Rodriguez Canada. Mackenzie Nicole Root with highest distinction. Mindy E. Schmadke. Courtney Brooke Schnell. Lauren Alexis Shimkowitz. Casey J. Sutherland with high distinction. Anna Jane Swain. Samantha Trampy. Molly Elizabeth Tynan. James A. Vermillion with highest distinction. Brittany Maxine Ward. Samantha Ann Wesley. Camille Jean Wiggin. Sarah Danae Ray. Jordan L. Werdeman.
Will the recipients of the degree Master of Science in Nursing please come forward? Danielle Banks. Stephen Schlickburn. Lauren Lee Struble. Jasmine Lee Weber. Will the recipient of the Postgraduate Certificate in Nursing please come forward? Elizabeth M. Miller. Will the recipient of the degree Doctor of Nursing Practice please come forward? Amy Lynn Bleimeister. Emily Renee Long. Jessica Nicole Seaman.
At this time, Dean Meyer will present their certificates and the diplomas to the recipients of the Post-Baccalaureate Certificate, Health Professions Teaching and Technology, Master of Health Professions Teaching and Technology, Master of Medical Nutrition, and Master of Physician Assistant Studies. Dr. Tammy Webster, Assistant Dean for Academic Affairs in the College of Allied Health Professions, will assist with the readings.
Will the recipient of the certificate, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Health Professions Teaching and Technology please come forward? Deepak Kumar Rasharabi Prajapati. Sorry, I messed that up. Will the recipient of the degree, Master of Health Professions Teaching and Technology please come forward? Catherine Marissa Howard with highest distinction. Will the recipients of the degree Master of Medical Nutrition please come forward? Leanna Shaney Alberts with high distinction. Nicole R. Beaver with high distinction. Caitlin Ann Delaney with distinction. Julia Ann Dirksey. Chloe Grace Harden. Rachel Lynn James with distinction. Hannah Christine Kirtley with highest distinction. Erin Marie Williams with distinction. Will the recipients of the degree Master of Physician Assistant Studies please come forward? Jacob Michael Andreessen. Sydney Jane Armbruster. Colin Lane Bon Ariando. Brittany Nicole Arrigo. Cassidy Hollis Barth with high distinction. Jensen E. Baronic. Shelby K. Bernard. Gabrielle Brown. Sarah Lynn Carver. Jennifer Lynn Cowan. Erin Ann DiNucci. Claire Michelle Eggleston. Jessica Nicole Fletcher. Megan Nicole Jameson Fletcher. Sarah Ann Fredstead. Rachel Elizabeth Hall. Jessica Ann Harms. Jessica Ann Hartman. Abigail Marie Hecker. Casey Dawn Hines. Mackenzie Moran Hirsch with distinction. Lorna Page Hummel. Jennifer Janae Keenan with high distinction. Krista Nicole Cup. John Stephen Lane. Catherine Elizabeth Lecker with high distinction. Matthew Joel Minturn. Katie Christine Advati with distinction. Disha P. Parmar. Disha also received her post-baccalaureate certificate in public health this evening. Brittany Renee Parmentor. Yaneli Partita. Tara Marie Pianco. Megan Amanda Pope with high distinction. Britton Amanda Riesberg with high distinction. Jamie Marie Salazar with high distinction. Kayla Carolina Sanchez Maderos. Lauren Sandy. Amber Aurora Schaefer with distinction. Hannah Joanne Schoaf. Bailey Sabaka with highest distinction. Caitlin Ann Stava. Laura Jane Stoner. Darren Gregory Staub. Laura M. Tracy with high distinction. Ashley Nicole Tilsky. Shelby Elizabeth Vandenberg. Madison Marie Victorian with distinction. Kimberly Thien Vu. Alex Michael Wheatley. Andrea Michelle Zock.
Thank you. And now, Dean Kahn will present the recipients of the Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Public Health and the Master of Public Health. He will be assisted by Dr. Eleanor Rogan, Professor and Chair of the College of Public Health.
Will the recipients of the certificate, Post-Baccalaureate Certificate in Public Health, please come forward? Tanisha C. Poitier. Oh, I don't have your name. Will the recipients of the degree Master of Public Health please come forward? Rebecca Jo Bonacci. Jessica Davies. Jalissa Edwards. Emily Renee Gerard. Caitlin Elaine Goodrow. Heidi Marie Hostert. Happiness Masunga Kingji. Fransley Lacrete. Nicholas Joseph Lamal.
Thank you. Dr. Davies will now present the diplomas to the recipients of the degrees Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Pamela Carmines, Executive Associate Dean for Graduate Studies, will assist with the reading.
Will the recipients of the degree Master of Science please come forward? Yamna Hafaji. Andrew Mitchell Kissling. Edward Makarov. Madine L. Melcher. Mary Elizabeth Morris. Rashini Mukandan. Lucas J. Seberg. Ogani Tajiri Viola Smith. Kimberly M. Ziegenhorn. Will the recipients of the degree Doctor of Philosophy please come forward? Alicia Agarwal. Zainab Nasser Al-Azri. Carl Stacy Bisalou M. Lindsay Marie Donner. Lisa Jorgensen. Tanmay Abe Kulkarni. Frank Leon. Stephen Andrew Lloyd von Duelschaft-Lupker. Alec Daniel McCarthy. Jessica Jo Miller. Jessica also earned an adult gerontology primary care nurse practitioner postgraduate certificate. Kavita Masalpuria. Madeline Therese Olson. Eric Stanley Peoples. Andrew J. Phillips. Nope. Bayan Wren. No. Megan Perry. Sorry. Megan Colette Perry. Andrew J. Phillips. Bayan Wren. Swagat Hakmushbai Sharma. Sarah Lee Schlichty. Wayman Tong. Miranda K. Thompson. Gabriella Van den Elzen. Yaching Wang. Ao Yu.
Job. Not exactly the best job. Let's let these folks get back to their seats for just a minute. Okay, I'd now like to ask all of our graduates to please rise. In keeping with the time-honored academic tradition, graduates who are receiving their first academic degree may now wear their tassel on the left side of your mortarboard. Graduates, please turn your tassels to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Please be seated. All of the graduates who are here today should be incredibly proud of their perseverance and dedication in achieving their degrees. However, they were helped a great deal by the people who have gathered to share this occasion. They too deserve our recognition. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. First, those of you in the audience tonight who are the parents, the brothers, the sisters of one of our graduates, please stand and remain standing. I'm guessing you probably know who you are. Second, those of you who are the husbands, wives, partners, or children of one of our graduates, please stand and remain standing. And now, last but not least, those of you who are the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, or hold some other special relationship with one of our graduates, please stand. All of you here tonight in the audience, all of you, have been more than just spectators today. The faculty and students recognize the consistent encouragement and support that you have given. We applaud you and we acknowledge your enormous contributions to our graduates and to what each has accomplished and will accomplish in the future. Graduates, let's thank these really special people. Thank you. Please be seated. There is, however, another group with us today who also deserve our recognition. The years of preparation and dedication these professionals have shared with the University of Nebraska Medical Center and its students have made this commencement and all others possible. I am, of course, speaking of our faculty and of our staff, the women and men who have contributed mightily to UNMC's ability to educate the very best healthcare professionals and to move this institution to the true forefront of health science. If I can ask all the faculty and students in the audience to please stand and be recognized, and graduates, let's thank them for everything that they have done to make tonight possible. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us on this very special day. This day is truly special and inspiring, perhaps even more so than usual, considering the extraordinary circumstances we find ourselves under today. Let me tell you why I feel more inspired than ever to have been granted the incredible privilege to address each of you on this occasion, and why I am elated at the thought of each of us all together at this moment, even as some of our friends and loved ones must follow along online. We all share this moment, no matter how you're following us or wherever you may be. I don't need to tell this audience about perseverance. It is truly a testament to the perseverance of our graduates that we're even able to be here today, after nearly 2 long years like no other in memory. They had to work under unusual and highly trying circumstances to get to this day. And the perseverance, the contributions, the sacrifices, and the support of parents, partners, children, relatives, friends, and the enduring dedication of our faculty, our advisors and mentors who helped the graduates reach this milestone is truly remarkable. On this occasion, I wish to remind our graduates that all commencements are one of life's truly defining memories, and that's especially true tonight. You will never forget your Med Center graduation in 2021. And you will surely tell the next generation and other generations to come about this day. You'll never forget this graduation, and you'll never forget these historic times. We will remember the hard times, the triumphant moments. We will savor all that we gained and that which we learned about ourselves during these years of pandemic. And we will remember all of those who have struggled and those that we have lost. Indeed, many of us here have lost someone during this pandemic. As of this year, this pandemic ranks as one of the single largest loss of life our nation has ever sustained, except only for the 1918 influenza pandemic, and it is not yet behind us. So let us take yet a moment to honor the service, the friendship, the love, and the memory of those that we have lost and those who currently struggle. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite part of every commencement is getting to look out and see all of your faces, to bestow your new degrees, and to have the unique opportunity to congratulate you on your achievement on such a big and important day. So much hope, so much promise. It actually reminds me of when I stood in your shoes a long time ago. I am so proud to be your chancellor on this day. Today's commencement events are representative of the trying times that we find ourselves living within in the moment. However, these times only further confirm that you, all of you, have chosen the right profession at the right time, that you are needed, that you have a unique opportunity to make a huge difference in this world. And that is an awesome responsibility, a daunting challenge, and yet an incredible privilege. This COVID-19 pandemic drives home the message, for once and for all, of the crucial role of science and medicine and public health. And it makes it clear that we need the courage and the empathy of healthcare professionals, and we need the dedication of our laboratory research scientists. The incredible ability of each of you to look at a complex problem and to see something innovative, something helpful, something that might have been previously missed. The magical combination of care and caring that you will bring to those whose lives you will now have the opportunity to touch. And that all starts today, on the day of your commencement. Yes, it starts right now. For this is your day to clearly and firmly take grasp of your future as you embark upon the next phase of your journey. A journey of providing care and caring, a journey of providing hope, a journey of healing. Today, for my few remaining minutes with you, and I do mean few, I do not wish to address your exemplary knowledge or amazing technical skills, but I wish to address your stamina, your perseverance, your tenacity, your ability to see a complex process through to completion, your capacity to recover quickly from hardship and challenges, your capacity to navigate the roughest of rough waters. You will always need these skills, and as many of you know, these waters have been very, very rough in the last year and a half. Those in the professions you join across this nation and around the world have been challenged in ways they could never have imagined a few years ago. But ours is a unique calling, and in the health sciences, we voluntarily witness first breaths and last ones. And in our professions, we knowingly throw ourselves into all of life's altering triumphs and heartbreaks and everything that comes in between. That happened to an extraordinary degree during these times. People who did not sign up to be heroes are now exhausted and afraid for their own safety, steeled themselves at the start of each day, and they walk back again and again and again into the fire. And they do this because of their professional commitment, a commitment of expertise and altruism. Our family of caring professionals, like all who are graduating today, are called to serve, to ease pain, to relieve suffering, and as the philosophers say, to improve the human condition. There is nothing like seeing the smile on a grateful patient's face or the look of relief in the eyes of a parent when they realize their child is going to be all right. Seeing that in the patients we serve, meeting people in need, has been the very, very best part of my career, and it will assuredly be the very best part of yours. It is far better and more satisfying than any accolade or award, any certificate or trophy, and far better than any payment, compensation that you may receive. These are the moments that make it all worth it, moments that keep you going. But so will the knowledge that you are not alone in this. There's a team around you, others who are in this fight. As we are seeing now, time and again, in this moment, and indeed, even more so in this area of pandemic, we will continue to succeed based only on how well we can work together towards a common goal. Clinical care, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, is a team sport. Research is a team sport. Public health is a team sport. So let me share a brief story. A story about yet another very special commencement. I look at it as my personal professional commencement on my journey. It's a brief story about teamwork, the teamwork we speak of tonight. It was many years ago, on a beautiful Saturday morning, that I was planning to catch up after a long, hard week of work and spend some time in my family. I was planning to do great things. However, this was during my very first month following more than a decade, that would be more than 10 years, of medical and surgical education, being mentored and advised, educated and trained for that very day. For I was now a newly minted surgeon, responsible for the Children's Heart Surgery program at a prestigious East Coast academic medical center. And so it happened on this Saturday morning, I was called to see a newborn infant in transport to the neonatal intensive care unit, a little boy born with severe cardiac anomalies who might need emergency surgery. Upon arrival, it was clear that the cardiac disease was far worse than expected. And during the transport, his heart had actually stopped and he arrived in full, ongoing cardiac arrest. After much deliberation, the senior, highly experienced leaders, the cardiologists, neonatologists, and others, decided that this cardiac lesion was likely to be not amenable to successful repair, and that this neonate was likely seriously neurologically damaged by the long code, and as such, this child could not be saved. I volunteered to visit with the family. The mom and dad sat anxiously awaiting our decision. Although I started to share the very sad news of a truly hopeless situation, their sense of optimism, their faith, and their words of trust, their trust in the judgment of our ability and our team was truly inspiring. And so I returned back to the neonatal ICU, back to the bedside, to revisit the decision. And after much heartfelt debate, and let's just politely call it debate, we did just that. And so to the operating room, with the confidence of our experienced team, we went for the first of what turned out to be one of several stage surgeries, all high risk, all very complex, and then spending not days, not weeks, but frequently months in the hospital after each procedure. And so you're probably wondering tonight, why do I choose to retell this story? And by the way, how did it work out? Now more than 30 years later. As you might imagine, this family has kept in touch. And as such, I have several photos. I have a photo when this young man grew up and first attended preschool. I have a photo when this young man won the all-state freestyle swimming championship when he was in high school. And yes, I have a photo of his college graduation from a prominent university, and many others, including more recently one from his wedding day. However, it is his graduation photo that sits proudly on my desk to this day, reminding me every day of his journey, his tenacity, and of his courage, and reminding me every day of the difference that our professions make to those who receive our care. This photo truly exudes a sense of joy, a sense of optimism, and confidence in the future. And so why do I share this story with you tonight? Why on your commencement day? Because whether it is the challenge of cardiac disease or cancer, cholera or COVID, this story reminds us all that we should always bet on our patients' tenacity for life. And you should always trust in yourself and your team, their knowledge, their skill, and dedication. This teamwork, this trust, has never been more important. Each of you here tonight are now part of such a team, a new and a strong link in this lifelong team. And by the way, a championship team. Those of you who are on the medical front lines or working feverishly towards new treatments and cures are rightly being celebrated for embodying courage and teamwork in our time of need. At these times, we should always humbly remember the other critical team members. These are the grocery store workers and the delivery drivers, the environmental services and facilities professionals, and so many others who are critical members of the team that make what we do possible. And never forget, all that you have done and all that you will do with so many people counting on you is because you are now part of something greater than yourself. Today you become a lifelong member of one of America's greatest championship teams. And no matter where your destiny takes you, you are Team UNMC. During this COVID crisis, we have been on the front lines, a national resource since the very beginning. We were the first to take passengers from the Diamond Princess cruise line and from Wuhan City in China. We're part of the federal response and repatriated so many others when our federal government came to us. We've been pandemic planning for more than 20 years, and now we are truly leading the world, conducting the first clinical trials for new therapeutics and key genetic structures, developing better, faster diagnostic tests, novel techniques to sterilize and reuse personal protective equipment that is now used literally around the world. We've published groundbreaking studies on the pattern of viral transmission. And thanks in part to our hosting patients here at the National Quarantine Center, we've developed mobile apps for screening and testing, and our expertise is sought by national media, including 60 Minutes, CNN, Fox, the New York Times, and so many others. And most importantly, we continue to serve as a trusted resource to our federal and state government and its citizens. This is the team that you have joined today, and I hope you're as proud of it as we are of each of you. And so, class of 2021, today you graduate, you commence with a bright spark of energy, commitment, dedication, and a genuine resiliency. You commence today with the knowledge that you are part of one of the greatest teams ever assembled, and that we stand with you as you energize and prepare yourself for your next day's work. And I could not be any more proud than I am today to be your chancellor, to bestow your degree, and to wish you well on your journey. Class of 2021, I thank you. Thank you for allowing us to share this day with you and your family, wherever you may be. Thank you for allowing us to help prepare you for this amazing journey upon which you now embark. And I cannot think of any others, any group of future leaders I would rather help guide us through this moment into the future. And if you remember only one thing from today, let it be this. Always take care of yourself, always take care of your team, and always, always take care of our profession. I congratulate you, and I thank you, and I wish you Godspeed on your journey. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, and now Bailey Sabatka will offer the student-initiated benediction. Please all stand and remain standing until the graduates have left the arena following the recessional. Thank you. Have a great evening.
As this ceremony ends, we have so much for which we are grateful. We have been truly blessed for many things, including the fellowship of our classmates, the guidance of the faculty, and the love and support of those assembled here today. We ask you to keep us safe, both as we leave this hall and wherever our journey may lead. For these things we pray. Amen.